I remember the exact second it shattered. My sister's voice, sharp with entitlement, cut through the dinner like a blade. You don't have kids, so you should babysit. That's the least you can do. My parents nodded. My dad's knuckles tapped the table like a gavel, already judging me. I didn't raise my voice. I just looked at the kids, noisy, messy, innocent, and then at the smirk on her husband's face. In that instant I knew this house, this family, no longer felt like mine. It wasn't always this way. My sister and I used to be two halves of the same coin. When we were kids, I protected her. When she married, I gave gifts I couldn't really afford. When her children came, I sent money without being asked. After Dad retired, I kept the household afloat, bills, groceries, repairs. I paid for it all, not because anyone ordered me to, but because I loved our parents and believed family meant something. Then my sister and her husband moved in. They carried boxes and brought a quiet arrogance with them. The home I'd been holding together suddenly felt theirs. They filled it with noise, demands, complaints. I swallowed my pride until that night. It began with little things. My parents siding with her over trivial matters. Her husband treated my father's car like his own, the casual jabs. You don't have a family. You don't understand real responsibility. The truth hit like a knife one evening when I arrived home early. Laughter leaked through the kitchen door. She's pathetic, my brother-in-law said. She thinks she's helping, but really she's our ATM. My sister giggled. Don't worry, she'll keep paying. She doesn't have anyone else. She needs us more than we need her. I didn't storm in. I didn't shout. I stood there and drank in every word like it was poison. In that quiet, something inside me changed. I was done being their lifeline. I didn't plan with fury. I planned with cold precision. I examined every account I'd been footing. Electricity, water, mortgage. I calculated the true cost of their comfort and how vulnerable it was. Timing mattered. If I stormed out angrily, they'd expect it. If I lashed out, they'd label me bitter and selfish. No, I needed silence. I needed them to keep believing I was theirs. Obedient, chained. So I kept smiling at dinners. I carried groceries. I paid another round of bills. But behind that mask, I searched for apartments, read leases, found a place of my own. Every time my sister pushed responsibility onto me, every time her husband mocked me with that crooked grin, I nodded and waited. Eventually, I found a small apartment, nothing fancy, but mine. I signed the lease, paid the deposit quietly. I packed at night, box by box, loading my car. When the last billing cycle ended, I walked out with my final bag. No note, no explanation, only silence. A week later, the first call came. My mother's voice trembled. The electricity's been cut off. Did you forget? I said nothing. I let my silence answer. Then my sister called, screaming, You selfish witch, you left us with nothing. I almost laughed. Nothing. They had the house. They had each other. They had their children. What they didn't have was me. Without me, the house fell apart. Bills piled up. The mortgage slipped into arrears. Their little world, built on my quiet sacrifices, collapsed. 2 months after I left, she stood at my door. Her husband hovered behind her, his face pale and sharpened by stress. You ruined us, she spat. We're drowning. You're heartless. I let her rage. I let her words spill. When her breath finally hitched, I spoke calm and precise. No, I said, I simply stopped saving you. Her eyes widened. Sudden comprehension. For years she'd thought I needed them. For years she'd thought I was weak. Now she saw the truth. My strength had been quiet restraint. My power was letting go. My freedom was cutting them loose. You wanted me to babysit your kids. I whispered, but I was babysitting all of you. Her mouth opened, then closed. No counter, no defense. Only the slow, awful realization of what she had destroyed. I closed the door on her that night, not in rage, but in peace. My apartment is small, my dinners are quiet, but they're mine. My money funds my life, not theirs. For the first time in years, I breathe, without the weight of their entitlement on my chest. I still remember the look in her eyes, the flicker of recognition when she realized she'd killed her golden goose. That moment was my victory, my justice, my revenge. They thought I was their servant, but I was the foundation. When I walked away, the whole house fell. Family doesn't mean blind sacrifice. It means respect, balance, love returned. They offered me none of that, so I gave them nothing.